Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 YouTube videos. It's interesting what 24 hours later, you know how the how the topographical scenery looks, how the weather looks 24 hours later. Anyways, it's good to be with you. It is the 18th.
Yes.
It is the 18th. Boy, I guessed that one again. It's the 18th of September 2019. We study the Iraqi dinar, and it is a speculative investment. Everything I say is in my opinion, no matter what. No matter what. It's just my opinion. You can take it and analyze it. You can take it and laugh at it. You can take it and give it to the 800 gurus. I don't care what you do with it. Because I'm in too good of a mood to worry about anything right now. So yesterday we talked about the consequences or the benefits of what happened with the bombing in Saudi Arabia, and by now, hopefully, those two individuals that were so rude on our forum. Oh, really? There's no proof? Oh, yeah? Can you prove that, Iran did this? Oh, yeah? Can you tell anybody else that would want to do it? Can you tell me about anyone else that has the motive behind it to do it? And I said that starting Saturday and Monday and Tuesday, I said, that's odd. It's just the oddest thing. Why in the world would they do such a dumb thing, but also such a foolish thing? I'm not going to talk long about this. In fact, hopefully in about 10 minutes I can finish it up. There are two giant oil fields. We were talking with I-Team and Ghost, and they said that there's one called Rusty Nuera. There's an oil field, a Rusty Nuera oil field, and then there's one right next to it called Sheba. These two oil fields. You know that drone that came out of wherever, Iraq, Iran, it flew over these two gigantic oil refineries. Yeah. Rusty Nurera and Sheba. Why didn't it hit that? Can you imagine the damage? Can you imagine what it would have done to the oil industry? The reserves? You see, that would have really hurt. I don't understand why you did this, Iran, except, back to what I said, the scenario that maybe you're just looking for attention and you don't know how to communicate because you're so barbaric. Or you're very smart in your evil plotting. You tell Trump yesterday, we're not going to talk to you. And the only way is if you come to us and humble yourself in front of me, the Ayatollah, okay? And also if you bring back Obama's nuclear agreement, our treaty that we had. How dare you? And I said to the United States of America, can you imagine how sick that agreement that Obama made with Iran must have been, that they wanted back? You see, it was for them to be able to make nuclear bombs. Trump doesn't want to give them that ability. I don't want to give them that ability. Obama did. Anyways, today, the president is asked by many, what you gonna do? And he says, well, yesterday he says, we're locked and loaded. Yeah, but what you going to do now? We're studying it. We're studying the situation. He got a fourth national security guy, Robert O'Brien, I believe is his name. And him and Pompeo and Trump, they all said, look, there is an ultimate option. Boom. You can get rid of them like that. But is that really what we want to do? What good does a war do? The art of war is not to have a war. But in this case, it was the act of war. Because there was no art in what Iraq did. Excuse me, in what Iran did. We have Lindsey Graham from our government, a senator. He's the guy that's telling Trump today, what you going to do? First of all, you shouldn't be asking the President of the United States what his military tactics and logistics are, stupid. And number two, you are an American, aren't you? I think was he a senator or something like that? Why do you instigate and stir the pot? Shouldn't we be united? Do you remember what we did back in World War II? Our nation became one. Why do you divide our nation right now in a situation that's really actually pretty simple? Because you're against Trump's agenda. Okay, no problem. No problem. You see, an act of war, we would not have a reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar. How could you? Donald Trump is not a politician. He's a businessman, and I'll bet you anything, he's got like about maybe 2 or 3 dinars. Maybe he's got a 125K. I'll bet you our foreign reserves have some, maybe like, 50,000 dinars. So, Lindsey Graham, you and the others of the government of the United States of America that do not want this reinstatement, shut up. Sincerely, shut up. Because the President of the United States says, no matter what we do, we're in a powerful position. Yes, sir, we are. We're in a powerful position. Ultimate option? Well, by now, Bolton would have done it. And yet Bolton is writing a book and he's saying that Trump is a warmonger and he's this and that. Bolton, shut your mouth. Must be the theme for today, huh? Shut your mouth. Making money off of a war situation. That's sick. Most ugly politicians wait until, is it too soon? Yeah, I think so, Bolton. Most people would just wait, let a few years go by. Then you can write all you want and make all the money you want because no one's going to care what you say anyways by then. You ever wonder why you were fired, Bolton? Because we want the reinstatement. We want Iraq to improve in the Middle East. We want the countries next to it who have made some amazing deals that you'll find out about to prosper. And Iran, they don't exist. That was my first words. They don't exist. So why worry about them? What are they going to do? Maybe they'll use poison blow dart guns or something. I don't know. But what are they going to do? So the best thing to do with a little child like that, send them to their room. No. Send them to their room. Lock the door. Oh, man, they're going to scream. They're going to break everything in that room. They're going to, Yeah, and they'll eventually get tired, and then they'll get hungry, and then they'll say, okay, I'm sorry, and then they'll come out and they'll apologize, and then maybe we can work with them. But yeah, that's the thing to do with Iran is to isolate them. We don't need a war. Very impressive what Trump has done. The ultimate option. We got it. Yes, sirree. What you think, Robert O'Brien? What you think, Pompeo? Well, I think that we can put sanctions on them. So this morning, Trump tells the United States Treasury, lock them up, man. Lock and loaded with sanctions. Just put a little embargo around them as well, too. Really? Should we build a wall around them? No, we're doing that down at the border of Mexico. It's not going to be pretty for Iran because I don't think that Trump is going to go to war. Now, if Iran does something else, well, okay. That's different. But today, it's not really war. It's more like surgical precision, tactical removal. And I mean, you're still going to have collateral damage, but it is very boom, 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 precise. And because the intel that they have, knowing where these nuclear places are at, these facilities, citizens don't really live around those. So boom, 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 boom. If I was to guess anything, sanctions among many other options, because that's what Trump said today. We have many more other options. And we have, of course, the ultimate. The ultimate is war. And if it has to get to that, yeah, I think that they will surgically deal with Iran. I continue to pray that they don't. Our Secretary of Treasury has been told to substantially increase the sanctions on Iran. Oh, well. You never know. Iran might have a change of heart and come out and say, look, okay, we did it, but let's work together now. In the meantime, Iran, you're just jealous, aren't you? Because what you did militarily, like I said on Saturday when it happened, and on Monday and Tuesday's UB2Bs, makes no sense. And I just gave you 2 refineries that your drone flew right over. Hey, what's up? And you went and hit the far side of the Saudi Arabia. Well, obviously, I mean, that's Saudi Arabia stuff too. I mean, what's wrong with it? Makes no sense what you guys did. And it makes no sense what brats do. Spoiled children that need the rod of correction. Anyways, Iran, go to your room. No, go to your room and stay there until you learned your lesson. In the meantime, Tokyo, watch this, Iran, watch this. Tokyo, you guys ready to sign the biggest trade deal in the world this month? Yes, you are? All righty. You want some, Iran? China, how you doing? Hey, I know, left and right, we're signing a bunch of stuff, but I hear that there's a trade deal with China that may soon come to a conclusion, and this sucker is huge. It's not just with the United States, it's with Iraq too. That's big. And Mahdi is there. Well, he arrived today, didn't he? Yeah. Did he get a Chinese takeout? Did he? Yeah. No, he did. Okay. Mahdi's there too. Iran, you want some of that? Tokyo got it, so. China got some. This prime minister from Iran, this, what's his name? Ru, Rouhani or something like that. He says that the attack was justified. In a court of law, sir, that's called self-confession. Stupid. Can we prove that he did it? Is there any proof to it? I don't believe that. He probably was in Iran. Frank, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Yesterday, I was polite. Today, I'm being very frank. I watched the video yesterday. That was boring. And today, in Iraq, we had. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed your conference call. Bye-bye. Man. That's because I was trying to be polite. But you know what, though? You say that Prime Minister, what's your name? Rouhani? You say that the attack was justified. It was a warning from Yemen. You really, really, really want to go to war, don't you? But you see, I don't know. Trump is not going to allow that to happen, I don't think. Trump will not make you the victim. Oh, we're getting picked on. Look, 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 look. Brothers and sisters, of the Muslim world, help, 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 help. Arab nation, help, help, help. Islam, help, help, help. Terrorists, help, 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 help. Look at the infidels, what they're doing to us. No, it's not going to work. Because the infidels, excuse me, because and I can say infidels in that situation, right, my friend? Yeah, because those are the ones that are saying it. The ones that are misusing the Quran teachings. Well, all this is going on. You have the governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, Alak, that comes out in the midst of all of this ugliness. And he says what we talked about yesterday. You see, yesterday it was the CBI talking, but you didn't know who. And today, Alak from the CBI, he comes out and he says, hey, we have exceeded, I mean, way exceeded our reserves for our currency. It is beyond. It is way beyond international standards. Because they're going to reinstate the currency. But we also know the consequences of buying gold the way they are with a currency that they have that has no value, right? Currency inflation. All right, so we can know all that. You know what's interesting? If this is being announced by the governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, that's big news. I think. I mean, anybody could figure out, well, you have reserves for your currency way beyond international standards. You're about to do something with your currency. And you think that any media source would have the Phi Beta Kappa, the summa cum laude people that work back there and say, hey, wait, hey, Iraq is about to do something with their currency. Front page news. Nope. So who's the media, especially in the United States of America? And what political party does the media answer to? I see. So there are those that don't want the RI. Okay, no problem with me. I don't care. I don't care. Iran. Excuse me. Yeah, Iran. Did you see that? Iraq has way beyond international standards for their currency. You want some of that? I'm sorry. You have to go to your room, don't you? Yes, sir. You bad boy. Yes, sir. They're going to put sanctions on you, right? Yes, sir. They ain't going to talk to you, right? Yes, sir. I even suggested that they should do this. Look at what Wall Street says today. Cybersecurity because of cyber wars. Yes, sir. Wait, and while all this is going on, Iraq, GOI. I mean, this is bad enough, isn't it, Iran? What a lot CBI is saying about their currency here, what they're about to do. But the GOI comes out today. Check this out, Iran. And they said that Iraq raised its United States bonds by 23.3% in the month of July. Ha ha ha. No. You want some of that? You want some of that, Iran? Oh. Jen, ask him if he needed me because I'm on mine. Ask him if he needs me to do something because on mine he may have to wait for me. So Iran, yeah, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, very soon, for those of you that belong to my forum, you saw what happened. Walking Stick wants to talk. And I've got like about maybe 25 more minutes before he calls. On the day that, well, you know what our Firefly is saying, right? And Walking Stick now wants to talk to me, so I'm excited about that. Yeah, Iran, while you're in your room locked up, Iraq has raised its U.S. bonds by 23.3% in July. Want some of that? Guess what else, Iran? Japan today announced they've got a mega deal with Iraq and the United States too. Want some of that? See, everybody wants some of that. Even Russia, North Korea. You're the only one that doesn't seem to want some of that. You want to go to war with some of that. Good luck. Because I don't think Donald Trump is going to give you that stage. No, he's not going to let you become the victim. Go to your room. You got sanctions waiting for you. You got embargoes waiting for you. You got blockades waiting for you. Because you don't exist. So, ladies and gentlemen, we wish Iran well. In the meantime, Alak, you should write this down. It's post number 74. Post number 74 on page 4 of our forum. They came out a lot. He comes out and he says, "Oh yeah, we got lots of backing for our currency." Our reserves are beyond international standards. Because you see the Fab Four and the IMF, they've been teaching us for the last roughly 2 years. And we said, okay, we did it, and then we went beyond that. Although they didn't want us to do that because it turned out to be that we got a little bit of currency inflation. Our interest rate went up just about a little bit, but we don't care. But yeah, we're way ready to, let me see here. How can I hide? We're way ready for our economic reforms. You mean through your monetary reform? Yeah. What the Frank are you talking about? A lot. You made a big deal about this, and then you followed up by saying, we, the CBI, we are reviewing, and we're in a position now where we can build other countries' economies. Really? Your program right. Your program rate 1190, right? Your Article 114 or Article 14, right? Right? You're not Article 8 yet, right? All of this, right? Uh, I don't know. Doesn't make sense, family. They haven't lifted the three zeros yet to add value, but yet they say that they can rebuild other countries' economies. We, the Central Bank of Iraq. Ta-da! I mean, it's just more every day, every nanosecond. There's more and more evidence that they are about to become a currency hub in the Middle East. And there's apparently one country that is so jealous that they were willing to do something stupid to draw attention to themselves that did absolutely, literally no damage. Go figure. I want post number 67. I wonder if I can read it from here. Bring it up. Family, you got to read this, okay? Because it is related to the article that I just gave you, post number 75 on page 4. Well, this one is post number 67, also on page 4. And it says that Iraq has and is a great economic power. Now, either I'm missing something, or they're trying to tell me what I'm missing. I mean, there's what, like about 25, no, 50, because it's 2 rows of people standing. This is big. All these participants that were at this energy forum, it was yesterday. They're saying that Iraq, Jan, can I get the title? Hey, other one. It says that Iraq resources qualify to be a great economic power. Well, you got to export those resources. You need an international currency to have international trade properly. Nothing. Is that him?
Yeah.
It is him. Walking.
No.
Okay, tell me when. Is he okay, by the way?
He needed you to do the intro because he doesn't speak Spanish. He said, "Don't worry, I'll make it work."
Right now he needs it?
It's at 8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock? Oh, man. Maybe we'll just try to... No, I won't finish here at 8 o'clock.
He said, "No worries, I'll make it work."
No. Give me the phone. So, family, you know about post number 75. You know about post number 67. They are powerful. If you read them, you'll understand what I'm trying to tell you, okay? But right now, give me just a second to call my friend Will, because I feel bad. Hey, buddy, I just stopped my UB2B because I'm sorry, man. I didn't realize you needed me to say it in Spanish. Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry about this, man. What did you need? For me to introduce him in Spanish? No, I can just put a quick little pause and I can call you. Heck, this is my UB2B. I can do what I want, right? If you want, Roger. Okay, well, looky here. Let's put it this way. If you need me, let me know. There you go. All right, look. Yeah, I know, and that All right, we'll talk. Yeah, apparently, and that's why I stopped everything because I felt so bad about it. I have so many people that I have to make happy every day of my life, and you're one of them. Hey, I tell you what, when I finish this, do we have the number where Will's at, Jan?
Yep.
Okay. Remind me to give it and tell him I'm going to go over there and I'm going to introduce this gentleman. How's that, Will? All right, I'll try to. I don't know. It may be about another 15, 20 minutes by the time I'm done, though. Okay. Okay. Yeah. What I would, what I would, what I would suggest if you could do it around 9 o'clock. That way I finish with my UB2B and then I come straight over to you. Sure. Yeah. Try it. Try it. I'm here. I got plenty. I'm the ever ready battery. Bye bye. Bye bye. He'll let you know if he still needs me for tonight. If walking stick calls, he has priority. Delta's third priority. Thanks, man. Those two articles are pointing out that the government of Iraq and that the central bank of Iraq and all of its private banks are ready to enter the international theater. And then on top of that, they are ready pretty much to reproduce what was done for their economy to other countries. We'll lend you money. We got plenty of reserves, but there's no value to it. You know that there will be. All of these things make sense when you consider that they have lifted the three zeros. If you do not add that to the formula, then you can't help but to be perplexed and wonder, what science fiction am I reading here? The great economic power of Iraq. And we were able to build other economies around the world with the central bank. Boy, that tells you something, doesn't it? I'm not going to talk about this in depth, but I will say that the Feds came out today and they cut the interest rates. I think that's the second time in the last 3 months or something like that, roughly. Here's what I would say. If you take those three cuts, 1, 2, 3, and you add them up, and the amount of that percentage cut, if it would have been applied at the beginning, I think it would have been more beneficial. I know that's a quantum leap. I know that's a stretch. I know that that's not the way that the Feds like to do it, but sometimes you have to. And I know they're not political, supposedly business, but I think they need to be more aggressive. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. In fact, because of the little cuts, all three of them, 1, 2, 3, or two cuts they've done in the last 3 months, I forget. Those two times, the stock market has fallen when they made those cuts. So if you take, I said three, I apologize. So if you take those last two cuts that they've made in the last few months, add them together and instead do it at once, I don't think the stock market would have dropped. I think it would have jumped. You cut it down by was it a quarter percent? Why? To fight inflation. What inflation? To fight it from rising. Oh, is that right? Okay. Why else? Uh, because of jobs. But jobs are historical, and we want them to stay that way. So we took a cut. Oh my gosh. Okay. So inflation is good. Our economy is good. Our job is good. Everything's good about the United States. And instead of stimulating it, you decide to give it a little tease, which really is more of a it's more of a precarious position than a stimulus, and it caused the stock markets to go down. And you do this all because you say the economy is doing great. Wasn't that when you increased the rates? Why are there so many people against what is happening in the world? I don't know how to put it. I think that the feds are cowards. Our local economy, they said, they said that, I said our local, they said our economy does not justify uh, this, to have an increase. Our economy needs a cut. I strongly disagree. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I wanted to present to you. Just those two topics. The idea that I don't think we're going to go to war unless um, Iraq does something stupid. And that's pretty much what I've been saying all along. I said that the best thing to do is just to hit them with every sanction you can think of. Choke them out. Don't pay attention to them. Suffocate them out.
Iran.
Huh?
Iran.
Did I say Iraq? I apologize. Iran. Thank you, Tink. And then, of course, the other thing is what happened with the feds today. I bring these subjects up, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, because I think that directly or indirectly, they're part of our study. They're part of our study. The Wall Street Journal had a very good report about it. So it was well put together, in case you want to read about it. What I want to do right now is talk to you about Firefly, because you see today they told us that there would be the start of a campaign, commercials, advertising, whatever, to let them know about the session that the CBI wants to have now with the citizens. The part 2 session. We called it what do we call it? Let me see here. The second article from the CBI to the citizens. Yeah, that's what your notes say, right? Yeah, okay. And what does the CBI call it? The second, yes, the follow-up, the second meeting with the citizens from the CBI. My phone, please.
The plug's right there.
Is it again?
The plug is there on that 40%.
Are we down 40%? That's okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Ready? Good morning, Mr. Frank. Firefly 77 says that on television, they are showing another bank workshop. They are showing another bank workshop. This one on cybersecurity. But, Mr. Frank, this was done weeks ago. You see, I know personally, says my bank teller to me, Mr. Frank. My bank teller says this because they had to take that course on cybersecurity and passed it weeks ago. Now, I'm not sure why they're releasing this news weeks later today. But my bank teller says all training for banks was done weeks ago. And but my bank teller tells me that these classes were done a long time ago by us, the private banks of the CBI. I wonder why they're announcing this now, says the bank teller to us. Because they're not going to have those classes. Yes, a person. These were passed weeks ago, and I'm not sure why they are releasing this news, this information, weeks late. But my bank teller is saying that all the training for the banks are done. There's nothing more for the banks. It's your turn, citizens. All the training for the banks is done. It's for the citizens. This training was weeks ago. We should see, starting tomorrow, we should see, starting tomorrow, information about the seminars. I'll be honest with you, family. We expected it today because he was told that they would start advertising it today. Let's continue. We should start. We should start seeing tomorrow the information about the seminars. You know, the ones with the CBI with the citizens, about the seminar that is going to be this Saturday, but we haven't seen anything yet today on it. Maybe tomorrow. Mr. Frank, they are showing Mahdi. He's on his plane, and he went to China. And also, they're showing other big shots. And also, they're presenting other big shots in Kurdistan. And the Kurds are saying that they are resolving all problems with Baghdad. And this is the best relationships that they have ever had with Baghdad. We will get more as we see. But as of now, Mr. Frank, no visual aids yet. Hopefully by this Saturday. Because that's what they told me yesterday. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Instead, they decided to talk to them about some other meetings that the banks supposedly were going to be taking. But the teller said, we ain't going nowhere. They didn't tell us going anywhere. No, we already did those a long time ago. I don't know why they're mentioning it on television, but that's no, No, it's you guys. You guys are next, and they're going to get a hold of you, and they want to see you on Saturday. So they'll start advertising that pretty soon. And that's it. How's that for a quick UB2B for tonight? Walking Stick will call me in about 10 more minutes. I'm going to go over to Will. You know the phone number. If you don't, if you want to, it's in Spanish. Is it all in Spanish?
I don't know. He's bringing someone from court, but he wants you to introduce in Spanish.
Let's see here. Where is it? The phone number for that is 605-313-5142. And the access number is 319-183-pound. Yeah, I'm going to go over there and help him out. But that's all I wanted to tell you tonight. I am looking for the CBI to let us know that this Saturday, I mean, they've already told them, but we want to see it on the television. Remember when I told everyone, I told my Firefly, I said, what was it? Monday. Yeah, I said, I looked up really quick when I was reading it, and I said, look for it Thursday. And then I went back to reading. Let's see what happens tomorrow. God bless you all. Thank you for being with us. And I'm not changing one bit. I know. I'll leave you with this. a day in Frank's life. We ended up with about 70 something phone calls for today. Ring a ding ding, ring a ding ding. Hello. Hey Frank, is it true? What? Well, there's this dentist or doctor or something, and he had a patient from Iraq, and the Iraqi patient said that they're cashing out right now as he's working on my teeth. Is that true? Who told you that? Guru so and so. Oh, really? He told you that? Yeah. Do you know his phone number? Yeah, the guru that told you this. Do you know his phone number? Hmm. You don't? Would you like it? Aloha. Hui ho until tomorrow night.